What's up everybody, Jeffrey McAvoy here. So good of you to be back. This Triumph Bonneville T100 dates from 2001 and belongs to a good friend of mine. We're facing a regular no-start issue after a long period of being laid up in a garage. In this case, it has been laid up in the streets in Brussels. And it refuses to start. Poor old girl. So let's see what few steps we can take to hopefully get it running again.
First things first, we have to make sure that the battery is fully charged. This motorcycle relies on the battery to provide power for the electronic ignition and also the starter motor, obviously, which is electrically powered.
Right, well, now that the battery has been fully charged and has been reinstated in the bike, the first thing that we're going to want to do is to check if we have spark. You can't ignite fuel if you don't have a spark. Everybody knows that. So out come the spark plugs. Fill your way around. Yeah. There we go. The gap in the spark plug electrode here is paramount to get right. We're looking in between 8 and 9/10 of a millimeter in this case, and too wide a gap, and it's going to demand a lot too much power from the coils, and it's going to burn it out. And if the gap is too narrow, then the coil sort of conserves energy and burns out. So in both cases you're screwed. At least that's the way I see it. So set the gaps perfectly right. Now that both spark plugs are correctly gapped, we're going to check for spark. So the way to do this is to simply grab the spark plug cap and place it against the cylinder head right here. Hold it by the insulator. Do be very careful if you have a pacemaker or any other medical device. It is highly dangerous. You could get an arc, and it hurts like mad. So just be mindful of that. If you don't feel confident in grabbing the cap by the hand, you may get a set of plastic pliers to just grab it, for example, from like here, and then place it onto the cylinder head. Next, turn the ignition on and give it a whir, obviously with the thing on right here. There we go. So we have a decent spark. Right, so now that we know that we have a good spark on both sides, we can rule out any ignition related problems. So I'm just going to reinstate the spark plugs and move on to the fueling. So this is the carburetor model. So the way we can check that there is fuel in the carburetors is to go under here. So place a rag underneath before opening up. There you go. I can see the petrol pouring out. So that one definitely has petrol coming out of it. We'll do the same on the other side. So we have a decent spark. We have some fuel. All we're missing is compression to have the perfect triangle. And it should start. So ignition on. Put the fuel on the reserve. Pull the choke. Ignition. Oh. It's running on one cylinder. There it goes. knocking terribly though. Awful knock. Oops. So it starts, thank goodness. That was easy. Now I would definitely go out for the ride, but pissing rain right now. All of a sudden, for some reason, got a little hazy in the workshop. Well, there we have it. It was not that difficult this time. Believe you me, it's not always that easy. But before I call my friend and ask him to come pick it up, I'm going to wait until it stops raining, obviously, don my gear and hit the roads with it and take it for a bit of a shakedown ride before my friend comes and pick it up, just to make sure that everything is up to scratch. Now this is going to be a great opportunity to make a comparison video with the T100 and the T140V, which I actually own. So I hope that you guys are looking forward to it. I certainly am. And that'll be for next time. So until then, I wish you all the best. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll be catching you all in the next video. Peace out, everybody. Goodbye.